Today we're doing another NFL Imperialism. The way this works is we're going to spin this wheel full of 32 teams, pick who the attacking team is, then we'll spin this area, see where that team's going to go. If it's another team in the area, they'll face off in a Madden game. Whoever wins takes over that land, and we keep going until we have one team left in the U.S. So let's get active immediately and see which one our first team is. It's between the Ravens and the Broncos. It is the Baltimore Ravens. We'll spin this arrow to see where they're going straight down. So that's actually going to be right to the Watch Commanders, so we have to put them in a Madden game. In the fourth quarter, the Ravens are up by 2 touchdowns and get another score as well. So it looks like the Ravens are just going to blow out the Commanders. And yes, that's exactly what happened. I'm sorry, Commanders fans, but y'all are already eliminated from the challenge. Want another battle here instead of some free states being taken over. And then we have the Indianapolis Colts, who head pretty much directly up a little bit to the right against the Detroit Lions. The way the Colts are looking this year with Jonathan Taylor, Daniel Jones, this actually might be a good matchup. It actually is a close matchup. Heading to the fourth quarter, the Lions are down, but only by 4 points. Colts have the ball, so the Lions defense needs to stop them, but they do not, and they're down by 11 now, so that actually might be game. And yes, it is. The Colts end up upsetting the Lions at 17-6 and will take their territory over. We've had some pretty decent battles so far, but I want a really close game so we can hop in and see what's happening. Next is going to be the Rams. This is very interesting because there's actually 3 teams in California. So if they go straight up or down here, we'll start the battle of California off. It's going to go kind of to the right though, and I think that runs into the LA Chargers if I'm not mistaken. So we are starting the battle of LA right now. That's for a very close game, and so far we are getting it. The Rams are up, but only by 7 points with 5 minutes left in this game. Get the ball back. If they score a touchdown here, that's most likely going to be game. They don't end up scoring, but they do run the clock out and win this game of 13-6. So you can say goodbye to the LA Chargers, which only leaves 2 teams left in California between the Rams and 49ers. Am I tripping, or have all the away teams actually won these games? It's something interesting to look to for the future. Next is going to be the Cincinnati Bengals. They're going to be heading kind of northish, which is against the Cleveland Browns, so we have an AFC North divisional game. Entering the fourth quarter, the Browns are actually winning by 9 points, 16-7. I wasn't expecting that. The Bengals are driving downfield, but don't score any points, so that's probably going to be game. And yes, it is. The Browns upset the Bengals 16-7. Our first home team gets a win. Actually might be the first huge upset of this Imperialism video, but I'm all for it because obviously I don't want like the favorite teams to win all the time. I love for my Carolina Panthers to see a little bit action, but also I'd be kind of nervous as well. Next up is going to be the Ravens again, though. We did land on them earlier, and they took over the Commanders' territory. Let's see if they're going to take over some more here, going straight up kind of to the east. And that's going to head straight to Philadelphia, so we're going to have a really good game on our hands. During the fourth quarter, the Ravens are up by only by a touchdown, but then they go down, score a field goal. The Eagles have 2 minutes to get 10 points, so I highly doubt they're going to be able to do that, and they do not do it. The Ravens win at 17-7. They're easily the most active team in this video so far, and we'll see if that pays off later. Let's see if we can get another new team that hasn't gone yet. It's going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, actually, never mind. They rolled over to the Dolphins. My bad. They're in a very interesting spot because the only way they can go if they want to battle somebody is straight up north, face off the Buccaneers, and that'll start off the battle of Florida. It is going straight up, so we're going to have Miami at Tampa Bay. Entering the fourth quarter, it looks like it's going to be the Miami Dolphins. They are up 14-6. The Dolphins have the ball with about 2 minutes left, so if they get some first downs, they'll end up winning this game, and they do win 14-6. We'll say goodbye to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Next up, we're going to have either the New Orleans Saints or Giants. It's going to be the Giants. Not to hate on that team, but I don't think they're going to be a favorite in a lot of these matchups. Going directly to the east, they're going to be facing off against the New England Patriots. Honestly, they might get dog whooped, but it's actually a very close game. One score game heading into the fourth quarter. The Patriots have the ball and are driving down inside the red zone, and they score a touchdown. That's probably going to be game once again, and yes, it is. The Patriots end up winning 17-3. So the Giants end up losing their land, but honestly, that game was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. They fought to the very end. Next up, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. That'll be all the AFC North teams that have actually played in a game. Honestly, can't tell if that clips the Cleveland Browns or not. I actually think it does, so we're going to have another AFC North battle. During the fourth quarter, the Browns are actually winning this game 14-7. Steelers do have the ball, though, and go down to get a touchdown their own, but missed the extra point or either went for 2 and didn't get it. So the Browns are up by 1. See if the Steelers defense can stop them, and no, they cannot. They end up getting a few first downs and win by 1 point. I really don't know if the Steelers went for 2 or missed the extra point, but that is a terrible way to lose. Probably actually a lot of Steelers fans are watching this as well. I'm sorry, but I have to eliminate you guys. The Cleveland Browns are low-key on a roll right now, winning their 2 games as well. So far, 8 teams have been eliminated. That means we're a quarter way done with this challenge, and next is going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars. They'll be going straight down. So the last 2 teams in Miami will face off against each other. The Jaguars just completely dominated the Dolphins 24-7. They are the lone team remaining in Miami, so they are the kings of that state. Congratulations to the Jaguars. Really don't care what team selected. I just hope we have a very good game soon that we can actually hop in and like see how it goes down. It's going to be the Indianapolis Colts once again. It's got a huge upset upset versus the Detroit Lions the last time they played. This time they'll be going southwest to face off against the Chicago Bears. If they beat the Lions, they should definitely be able to beat the Bears. During the fourth quarter, the Colts are winning, but only by 4 points. The Bears have the ball and are driving downfield, end up getting a touchdown. The Colts are down by 3 points with less than 2 minutes left. All right, we're finally going to hop into the game and see how it works out. See if Daniel Jones can be superhero here, though. Runs it straight up the middle and does get a lot of yardage. But them still having one timeout left, they could even get in the end zone, and they end up picking it off. Hold on, it is a flag though in Chicago Bears. Any Colts fans watching, their heart probably just dropped right there, but they're right outside of field goal range now. Dump it off to Jonathan Taylor, but he drops it. 3rd and 8 down. Picking up this first down will do amazing for them. Daniel Jones scrambles up in the pocket and gets sacked, so he loses yardage back to the 45-yard line. They do not trust their field goal kicker from this far. Daniel Jones throws it deep downfield, and it is incomplete, so that is game. After the Colts got that huge upset versus the Lions, I really thought they were going to be like one of the best teams in it, but I guess not. So far, we've had a lot of action in the East. Can we have more action in the middle of the map? Next is going to be the Raiders. That's actually very west. We'll see where they're going to end up going, kind of southwest to face off against the LA Rams. That is going to be a very tough matchup for them, but as we've seen so far, any team can win. Looks like the Raiders can win this because it's actually a very close game. The Raiders actually winning by 3 points with 3 minutes left. The Raiders have the ball, are driving downfield. They pick up a couple of first downs. They probably could run this clock out, and that is exactly what they do. Wow, the Raiders can barely win a game in real life, but darn if they didn't make a statement right there. And we get a team like the Kansas City Chiefs or Denver Broncos or somebody in the middle of the map actually popping off. No, we're going back to the East for the Atlanta Falcons. Going to the West, and they'll face off against the New Orleans Saints for NFC South divisional rival. Thought this was going to be a close game. The Falcons just whooped the Saints, and we end up winning 28-10. That's actually the only game that the Falcons have played, but they probably have the most territory from a lot of these teams. Next, we have another team that hasn't been in a battle yet, and that is the Buffalo Bills going kind of southeast. So they'll be going off against the New York Jets. Actually, it's a very close game entering the fourth quarter. The Bills are only up by 6 points. It doesn't really look like that the Jets want to score again, so this game ends with the Bills winning 13-7. Jets fans, don't even lie to yourselves. Y'all knew it was coming sooner or later. Y'all are getting wiped off the board. Have another California team in the 49ers going to the southeast. Face off against the Las Vegas Raiders. Actually winning 10-7. Okay, Raiders, you're actually impressing me right now. During the fourth quarter is the same score. The Raiders are driving down. Don't score any points though. Let's see if the 49ers can. And yes, they do end up scoring a touchdown. The Raiders are down by 4 points with a minute and a half left. Let's hop in this game and see what happens. The offense is already on a 3rd down here. Need to pick up the first. Throw it to Brock Bowers. It did gain some yardage. They're obviously going to go for it now on 4th and 3. This to keep the underdog story alive. And they do pick up the first down to about the 35, 38 yard line. About 40 seconds left of counting. A little play action pass. Throws it deep over the middle, and it is intercepted. Geno Smith, what kind of pass was that? That was just a pop pass directly to the 49ers player. And the Raiders Cinderella story quickly comes to an end. Now we have America's team and everybody's favorite team, the Dallas Cowboys, going directly to the south, which means they'll face off against the Houston Texans for the battle of their state. Last time the Cowboys are killing the Texans 14-0, but the Texans do score a touchdown. Let's see if they can come back in the fourth quarter. They're driving down, 30 seconds left inside the 25-yard line. I hopped into the game, and this is the one reason why I don't like hopping in them. They're running the timeout because the CPU just doesn't have any awareness of the football game whatsoever. They have a timeout left, for God's sake, and they're still not using it. Madden, please fix this. They just ran the clock out, and the Cowboys end up winning 14-7. Great job, EA. Great job. Well, they might not be America's team, but I guess we all know now that they're AA's team. Next up, we're heading back to the East once again for the Buffalo Bills. If they end up battling a team, this will be their second matchup. It means they're going up against the Baltimore Ravens. Have one of the best rivalries going down right now. Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen. Ravens versus Bills. Let's see who ends up winning this one. During the fourth quarter, the game is tied 10-10. The Bills have the ball, are driving downfield, are in the red zone, and score a field goal. The Ravens have about 2 minutes left to go down to get a field goal of their own, but they do not. The Bills have the ball and end up running the clock out, so the Bills win this matchup 13-10. They just knocked off one of their biggest competitors. They got a lot more land, and also with the Ravens eliminated, we are halfway done with this challenge, and this is what our map looks like. Cardinals, Chiefs, and Titans literally haven't done anything. The Broncos, Seahawks, Panthers, and Patriots haven't had any battles, but they've actually taken some land. So let's see if we can pick one of those teams that haven't done anything yet. As the Buffalo Bills once again, they're going to head directly towards the east, and honestly, if we go from the middle of the logo, I think that barely clips the Patriots. And during the fourth quarter, the Bills are winning, but only by 7 points, 14-7, but then they score another touchdown. Patriots are trying to battle back with a touchdown of their own, but less than 30 seconds left. I doubt they're going to win it, and no, they're not. The Bills win it 21-14. I think that's actually their third game winning now, so I think they're the most active team. Now we have the Arizona Cardinals up next, and once again, that is a team that hasn't done anything. They're going to go mainly north, kind of to the west West, probably against the Denver Broncos, so they have a very tough team right now. But entering the fourth quarter, they're only down 6-0. Sadly, it doesn't look like they want to score. The Broncos score another touchdown, end up losing 14-0. Actually, the defense did pretty good, just that they didn't want to score any points. We have the Chicago Bears, who just had a huge upset versus the Colts earlier in this game. They're going to the Southwest for another crazy opponent against the Kansas City Chiefs this time. The Chiefs have not been doing anything to this point, but we know they have Patrick Mahomes. We know they have Andy Reid. They can be one of the top teams to end up winning this challenge video. So if they beat them, that'll be huge. Last time the Bears are actually dominating the Chiefs 21-7. The Chiefs go down and do score a touchdown though, and then another one tied game entering the fourth quarter. They score a field goal. Are the Bears really about to give up a 27-1 lead? Yes, they do. The Chiefs win 24-21. That was a perfect time to eliminate them for this video, but y'all woke up a sleeping giant now. Now we have my Carolina Panthers once again. I'm tired of my Panthers not doing anything. Can we please at least go up against the team this time? We're going straight up. Oh my god, is that going to be against the Buffalo Bills? Yes, it is. Well, our rain might be over before it even started. We're losing in the fourth quarter, but only by 3 points. Get a field goal, so it's a tie game now with 4 minutes left. And if another field goal, we end up running the clock out. My Carolina Panthers get a big time win versus the Bills. I really did not expect that to happen, but I'm really excited about it. Low-key, we're looking like one of the best teams now. We just got a huge amount of territory. Now we're heading all the way back across the map to the west, where we picked the 49ers to go straight up. So they're going to be battling against their divisional opponent in the Seattle Seahawks. Have a close game entering the fourth quarter. Seahawks are up by 8 points, 14-6, and have the ball back. The 49ers need to stop them from scoring, but they cannot. So the Seahawks end up winning this game of 21-13 and get a humongous piece of land. We only have 2 teams left that have done completely nothing in the Titans and Packers, and we do hit the Titans next. They're going down south to face off against the Falcons. Like we probably all expected, this game was not even close. The Falcons smacked them 34-0. Speaking of teams that haven't done anything, we got our last team that hasn't done anything in the Green Bay Packers. And heading northeast, I know this part looks a little weird color, but that was because it was occupied by the Chicago Bears. I just forgot to change that part once the Chiefs beat them. So it'll be Chiefs versus Packers. 2 pretty good teams going up against each other. This should be a good game too. Actually, with this matchup, we have our first ever game going into overtime. The Packers go down, score a touchdown, so the Chiefs need to do the same thing as well, but they do not. So the Packers end up pulling off the upset, winning this game 17-10. The Chiefs are eliminated from this video already. Honestly, I thought they were going to be one of the teams to actually make a deep run. Our next team is going to be the Atlanta Falcons, and if this arrow heads east, they'll be playing my Carolina Panthers. We're heading southwest, and that's probably going to run into Florida, which means they're playing against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Surprisingly, the Jags absolutely whooped the Falcons 17-0. Really thought the game could go either way. I didn't think it was going to be that one-sided from either team. Also, with the Falcons being eliminated, we have our final 8 teams. And honestly, there's some crazy teams up here like the Panthers, Browns, Jags. Let's move on to see what our first Elite 8 team matchup is going to be. Our team is the Cleveland Browns or the Broncos. Yeah, it's going to land on the Browns. So they'll either be playing the Packers or the Panthers, and that might go to the Packers. And yes, it is. They have a tough matchup versus the Packers, but they did upset him in real life earlier in the season. Let's see if they can do it again here. It's actually looking like they might. They're winning by 13 points at halftime, 16-3. They scored a touchdown and then scored another one in the fourth quarter, so they're up by 1 point now and have the ball back. Driving downfield, but they actually turn the ball over. The Browns are in the red zone, score a field goal, so the Packers are down by 2 points with a minute and a half left. We have to hop in this game as well. My main focus would be picking up about 6 or 17 yards to make it a 4th and manageable, and they actually pick up the first down on third. They have about a minute left with a 1 timeout, run it up the middle, and that's probably going to put them in the field goal range right there. Trying to run the clock out as well. Would love to get a couple more yards. Oh my god, what a pass to Matthew Golden. It was perfect and get inside the 5-yard line. Should be able to keep the cheap shot field goal. They want to pass it though. Oh my god, it's picked off. There is no way that just happened. Packers, what are y'all doing? He's going to take this pretty much all the way back for a touchdown too. Pick 6 Browns, and the Browns upset the Packers. I am so sorry, Packers fans, that y'all had to see that. I don't know what Matt LaFleur or Jordan Love was thinking right there. That was terrible. The Packers are sadly eliminated from this challenge video. Our next team is going to be my Carolina Panthers once again. They just got a huge upset versus the Bills, and they'll be going kind of south and west to face off against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Entering the fourth quarter, my Panthers aren't looking good. They are losing by 10 points, 17-7. Can't come back, but they're going to have to score a lot of points very quickly here. Get a touchdown, but it's only a minute left in the game. Jaguars get the ball back, so they're probably running a lot of clock off, and yes, they do. And my Panthers lose 17-14. They got a lot further than I thought they would be, and beating the Bills is alone enough for me to get excited about. Then the wheel lands on the Cleveland Browns once again. Pulled off a couple of upsets though, and this time they'll go up against the Jacksonville Jaguars, which the Jaguars have a lot of land right now. Here in the fourth quarter, the Browns are up 14-3. The Browns score another field goal. I don't know if the Jaguars can come back from 2 touchdowns though or not, and no, they cannot. The Browns end up winning 17-3. If they haven't proved to you already that they're a major contender to win this challenge video, I don't know what else they have to do. Next team will be the Cleveland Browns once again. They'll be headed to the west, kind of to the south. They'll have to face off against the Dallas Cowboys. Really don't know why this Will keeps picking them. I mean, why can't they pick somebody like the Minnesota Vikings that haven't played in a single game yet? Let's see if the Cleveland Browns can keep their Cinderella story going, and it doesn't look like it because at halftime they are losing to the Cowboys 14-0. Honestly, I'm pulling for the Cleveland Browns. I think they're America's team right now, with the Cowboys score another touchdown, down 21-0 entering the fourth quarter. So that is probably going to be game, and yes, it is. The Cowboys end up winning 21-7. I really love pulling for the underdog, so I was actually pulling for the Browns right there, but at least they still got into 5th place. That's a lot farther than I thought they were going to get. Down to our final 4 teams, and this is what our map looks like. What team is the Will going to land on first for these final 4 teams? It is the Minnesota Vikings. They're actually going to play their first game this time. They're headed to the east. That is going to be their first game against the Dallas Cowboys. Here in the fourth quarter, the Cowboys are up, but only by 3 points, 6-3, a very low scoring game. The Vikings go down to get a field goal of their own, so it's a tied game, but the Cowboys end up kicking a game-winning field goal and win this game 9-6. So even though the Minnesota Vikings made it to the final 4, they get eliminated in their first game that they played. It has came down to one of these 3 teams, the Cowboys, Broncos, or the Seahawks. It's going to be the Denver Broncos, who are actually going to head straight up, and that is going to hit the Cowboys territory. So we have Broncos Cowboys up next. Halftime, the Broncos are winning 10-3. They go down to score another touchdown. The Cowboys are trying to fight back with a field goal. Broncos score another one. Broncos score another touchdown. So the Cowboys essentially get blown out by the Denver Broncos, and these are your final 2 teams remaining. Either the Seattle Seahawks or the Denver Broncos are going to be your world champion. First, we got to figure out who's going to be the away team, and it's going to be the Denver Broncos heading into Seattle for our championship game. Halftime is the Seahawks winning, but only by 7 points, 10-3. The Seahawks have the ball, driving down, get a field goal, up by 10 points. Now the Broncos need to score some points and quickly, because the Seahawks score another field goal. The Broncos are down by 13 points entering the 2-minute warning, so I doubt they're gonna be able to come. They cannot. So the Seattle Seahawks end up winning this championship game. They are the final team on the map. That means they are the ones that are Imperialism champions. If you're a Seahawks fan, congratulations. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed. This video took a while to make, like all the other ones, and if you already haven't checked the other ones out, make sure to go check them out now. They're old rosters because they're older videos, but still fun to watch. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll check you guys out next time. Peace.